So anyways, your typical property that we've got, this is a 1,700 square foot, one-story home, 175 is the inside of it. Your typical nice open 3-bedroom, 2-bath. Here's something that would be more on the lower end. This is in Brookfield, which should be about 125, 130. This is probably kind of similar. Rick just bought a property. Tell us, Rick, what you just bought.
Well, Ken, I bought a property that's about 1,700 square feet in Heather Wild. Did that in May of this year. Paid $127,000 for it, and I rented in 2 weeks for $1,300 a month. It looked pretty much like the one you just showed.
Yeah, so $1,300 a month for $127,000, and he paid cash for it. Took some money out of the stock market just for diversification purposes. But we'll show you some numbers here that will allow it, even with 20% down, you're going to have a couple hundreds positive. And if you put more down, obviously you can have even more positive. Obviously, it's all positive to him because he doesn't have a mortgage on it other than his other expenses. We're seeing that. We can actually, back in the old day, you couldn't apply cap rates very easily to single-family residential, but where our rents are right now, we're looking at 6, 7, and 8, and even beyond caps. I ran these cap rates. If you're a commercial guy, you know what I'm talking about. There's a typical Avery Ranch single-family 2,000 square foot home. I used to actually own this property. I'm very familiar with these kinds of homes and what they're getting. These were $1,395 all day long several years ago. We are now getting almost up to $1,800 rent for that. This home, I've got one same model available right now that's offered at $203,000. So those numbers work really, really well. And he's an investor himself. He's a millionaire investor. He wants to sell this property and buy a condo downtown because he can. So, but he wants to sell his property first. So he got a tenant in place, and turnkey investment property. So if you're interested in that, we'll tell you. Here's a similar model one of my investors had. These are your typical bread and butter 2,000 square foot homes that are bringing in almost $1,800 a month, between $1,650 and $1,800. There's a duplex right around the corner from me, and once again, these duplexes, they're a little bit older, and they require more maintenance. What we've seen on the duplexes, though they do cash flow, we see that the investors have driven up those prices because it's based on income rather than based on the value of the sticks and the bricks. We found that you could buy 2 single families next to each other for less than the same duplex down the street. I don't know. It's just kind of Austin. I'll show you the duplexes when you come out, and fourplexes if you want, or multifamily, whatever it may be. But we oftentimes just end up with something like this. Now this is a little bit higher end. This is a model sale leaseback that I did a couple of years ago. And then this one actually is a home that I have listed, and this would be on the high end of a rental property, but it's 3,200 square feet. And you could expect to get about $2,500 a month, $2,400 to $2,500, right, Mike, on an Avery probably. And this listed at $259 or $269. And so that's still 1% of the value of the rent